Hello and welcome to Anfield Agenda. My name is Conor and I'm going to take you through what I think should happen and possibly will happen with Liverpool in the January transfer window. Not a lot of news this morning, so look, I'm going to take a look ahead to the January window, say who I think might leave, the targets we should be looking at, and how Liverpool can potentially save their season, if that's even possible at this point. Before we get into it, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and let's jump into it. First situation I want to address then is the winger position. So look, we've been linked with Antoine Semenyo in recent weeks. We've had links with Bradley Barcola yesterday. I said on the podcast yesterday I would prefer Bradley Barcola over Antoine Semenyo, but I feel like Antoine Semenyo is definitely, it's not a bad option, is it? Like, he's going on the cheap, or well, cheap. £65 million for a homegrown, young, Premier League proven player is not a bad deal in fairness in this market. So look, I think Liverpool should go ahead with that one. I think we need attacking reinforcements, particularly if Federico Chiesa is to leave, which is definitely a possibility. Mo Salah's future is up in the air, and I think we could just do with it either way. Like, in my opinion, if we bring in Antoine Semenyo, because like I said, Bradley Barcola probably is more of a summer thing, and Antoine Semenyo is probably far more feasible, far more likely with the fee as well, far more likely that he might want to leave. Like, I don't think Bradley Barcola is going to be pushing for a move from PSG. I'm sure he might be open to the move, but I don't think he will be pushing as much as someone like an Antoine Semenyo would be to get up to that top level to compete for like titles, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, just everything. I think Antoine Semenyo is ready for that step up. We've seen him score a fantastic goal off the right last night for Bournemouth, which could be the future of Liverpool. Like, if he comes in now, let's say, and Federico Chiesa leaves, and I'm not at all pushing Chiesa out of the club here, but I think ultimately he might leave because he will want game time, particularly if he wants to try break into the Italy squad for the World Cup, if they even qualify. But if he leaves, I think we could do far worse than bringing in an Antoine Semenyo. He can then compete on the left and the right with Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah, because I don't believe Salah is going to leave, in all honesty. So if we could bring Semenyo in, he can challenge on both sides. He could be the long-term successor for Salah if he does go. He could also be the long-term successor on the left if Salah does stay for another year or two. I think it just makes sense. Like, it's a good deal. It's not too much money for a player of his quality. It fills a lot of holes in our squad. It gives the manager an opportunity to play a player he actually wants to play, i.e. not Federico Chiesa. And it still keeps the pathway open for Rio and Gamoja then as well. Like I said, if he plays on either side, we still can get Rio in there as well. So I think this is a no-brainer to me. Go get it done. Get him in January. Get in ahead of the likes of Arsenal and Man City who've been linked with him. Just get the deal done because he is fantastic. Like I said, I would prefer Barcola overall, but it's far more likely the deal is there to be done, and I hope we do go through with that one. As much as I think Antoine Semenyo should come to Liverpool and Liverpool should be pushing for that deal, I have to say centre-back is still number one priority in my eyes. There was a report this morning from Team Talk who said that Liverpool are still in talks with Ibrahim Konate over his contract and would like it wrapped up before the end of the calendar year, which is 2 weeks away now, which look, I doubt it's going to happen in that time frame. I felt like once those Real Madrid stories started to break about them basically not wanting him anymore, which is crazy by the way. Like, when have you ever heard of a club contacting another club to just say, look, listen lads, look, we don't want him. He's your problem. We don't want him. We're not coming near him. Like, when has that ever happened? But aside from that, I thought when those stories did break, there was a bit of a change in tune from Ibrahim Konate on Instagram and stuff. Like, he started posting more Liverpool stuff and just generally seemed like he was going to stay. And I thought then we might hear, right, there's news in the next 3 or 4 days that he's going to sign an extension. That's tied down and that's ticked off and that's sorted. Fast forward a couple of weeks then, we still haven't heard any positive updates really. So that's still up in the air. So in my opinion, especially with Joe Gomez now being injured as well, we're still waiting on the extent of that injury. The scans were being done yesterday, I believe, and we still haven't really heard how bad that is. But either way, like, Gomez is injury prone. Kanate is bound to pick up an injury at some point. He could be off in the summer. Liverpool need multiple centre backs. So I think we have to go in now and get Mark Ahey in January. I've said many times on this channel that I believe we probably would wait till the summer. That was always my guess at it, but I think we have to just bring that forward. Like, with Gomez's injury now, I think we just have to. We've no choice. We can't go into the second half of the season with two centre backs, one of them being an ageing Virgil van Dijk and the other being an injury prone, mistake prone Ibrahim Konate. Like, we can't rely on those two as options the whole way through the rest of the season. Like, you can say Wataru Endo can slot in there. He could potentially leave in January, and I wouldn't blame him. Like, he's not getting a look in whatsoever, so he could be gone. Then we have Andy Robertson who could play in there. Gravenberg can slot in there if needs be, but I'd rather him not having to play there, in all honesty. So we just have no options there whatsoever. Get Mark Ahey in, he's there for the taking. Just pay Crystal Palace whatever they want. Like, if it's 20, 25 million, just take the hit on the chin, put the money down, get him in, save our season, because I think the centre-back situation will be what will ultimately unravel our season. As bad as it's been already, if we don't have any fit centre-backs, we are going to completely fall apart and have absolutely no chance. I think if we get in a Mark Gahey, get in like another Semenyo or a few just extra reinforcements, if we hit our form, we do have a chance of going deep into the Champions League. Like, I think the Premier League at this point is gone, but the Champions League is still there for the taking. We're by no means favourites. I don't expect us to win it, but look, stranger things have happened. If Liverpool do hit form, I'm not writing this off. I think on our day we beat anyone. So the reinforcements are really important there. We have to have a good, fit, deep squad to go as far as we can into the Champions League, because that's the only way we can save our season realistically. In terms of other potential incomings then, I would love a DM. I think we really do need a proper number 6. But the likes of Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson, these players we've been linked with, they're just not going to move in January, are they? So look, we'll have to put that one on the back burner for the summer. I'm sure it will be an area we look to address. Whether someone like an Alexis McAllister moves on then or not, like, he hasn't really been informed this season. It always seems like Real Madrid are being linked to him, so maybe there's something in that. But I think definitely a number 6 needs to be the priority for the summer if we can sort a centre-back and a winger in January. In terms of outgoings then, I genuinely wouldn't be selling anyone. I could understand if Chiesa wanted to leave, if Semenyo came in. I could understand if Endo pushes for a move because he wants to get back into the Japanese squad for the World Cup. Like, I think he was dropped from their last game, so I can fully see why they would want to leave, but again, I don't think we can afford to. Like, our squad, no one there. Like, we just have, 14 fit players, and Slot only likes about 11 or 12 of them. So look, we're up shit creek at the minute. We need to keep as many people as we can as possible. We need to be adding to the squad, not just letting go. And I think that's the major thing we got wrong in the summer. Like, we did get a hell of a lot right in the summer, but the fact that, like, let's say Isak came in, Florian Wirtz came in, like, these were replacements for the likes of Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez. But then we already had a few issues in the squad, let's say, in terms of squad depth last season. And we pretty much just let everyone go one for one. Like, Diogo Jota obviously passed away. That's absolutely tragic and nothing we can do about that. But then Ekitike came in to replace his place in the squad. Darwin Núñez was sold and we brought in Alexander Isak. Florian Wirtz came in to replace Luis Diaz. Like, it's just one for one. And we already needed more depth. So I think we can make that right. I think, like I said, a centre-back and a winger in January. Preferably Antoine Semenyo and Mark Gahey. I think they're very realistic. I think we could be all the business done for probably 80, 90 million pounds. I think we could do far worse than that. And like I said, I wouldn't be letting anyone go, but I could fully understand if the likes of Federico Chiesa and Wataru Endo wanted to leave. Outside of that, I don't think anyone else is going to leave. As I've said with Mohamed Salah, I don't think he's going to leave in January. Jamie Carragher was there last night basically pleading with him not to go in January and get the proper send-off in the summer. Because ultimately, I think Mohamed Salah views himself as a top-level player still, and he is. Like, he hasn't completely fallen off. Like, fair enough, he's not been as good this season as other years, but our whole squad's been struggling, and there's no part of me that thinks he's finished or washed or anything like that. So I think in his mind, he would want to stay. He wants to play. That's ultimately the frustration. Like, he wants to be playing at the top level, helping us win games, helping us win titles, and I think that's what he will try to do for the rest of the season. Whether he goes in the summer or not is another thing, but I would genuinely be shocked if he leaves in January, and I hope he doesn't, because that will be a very, very sad end to what has been a magnificent career at Liverpool, and I really hope he does stay until the summer at least, because, like Jamie Carragher says, he's a legend of this football club, deserves a proper send-off, and he can't be leaving in January and then watching us potentially get into a Champions League final or something like that. Like, I don't think that would sit right with him. I don't think he's going to do that at all, and yeah, I just can't see him leaving in January. That's all for me this morning anyway. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please do let me know if you agree, if you disagree with a lot of what I've said. Before you do leave, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Craig is taking the day off and tomorrow off, so don't expect any stuff from him in the coming days. I will have a video out tomorrow at some point if there's any news that breaks, so keep an eye out for that one. Have a brilliant day. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon.